In this video, we'll cover what we mean by perfect and imperfect ratios, show you how to correct this, and show you how to resize an image to a completely different ratio. Let's get started with an imperfect to a perfect ratio image. First, you need to open up your image in Photoshop. Photoshop's got a great tool that helps us see the ratio of an image straight away by the cropping. And we can set that to 4 and 3. And you can see with this image we've just got a little bit of overlap on the top and bottom. So if we were to submit this into our system right now, it would still be able to print, and when it printed it would just remove that little bit. So to correct that, we're going to go down to the layer and double click, change the name of the layer to image, create a new layer and change the name of that again by double clicking to background. We're going to then change the canvas size of background, so make sure you have that background layer selected and change the unit into inches. We can see here that we need to round off these measurements here to exactly what we need them to be. So I'm going to go to nearest 16 by 12 for this image here. So now we've moved the canvas size of that background, we can see what minor adjustments we have to make to the original image to achieve that perfect ratio. Let me go ahead, you can shortcut to that by Control T to get the frame, manipulate it and click the tick or just press enter. And we go back to that cropping feature with the ratio display and we can see that 4 and 3 now coming up as our perfect ratio. Now we save that as a different file so we don't change the original file. Make sure you do it in a JPEG as the easiest file to translate, and rename that to the resize and the ratio that you've resized it to. So that's taking an imperfect image to a perfect ratio. And now let's look at changing an image ratio altogether. So we're going to take this one, which is a native 11 by 14, which is its own ratio and standalone. We're going to complete the same process by changing the layer name background to image, creating a new layer, renaming that to background, we change the canvas size of background once again. What we'll see when we change the dimensions here to inches is it's already rounded off. But we're changing this 11 by 14 into its closest ratio, which is a 4 by 5. We change the size of the background behind it. Then we can move that image by selecting the layer and Control T, or going to the grid by this way and dragging the dimension out to match that of the background, and hit enter. Again, with our cropping tool we can see that the ratio is now perfect 4:5. The advantage of changing an image out of a specific ratio like an 11 by 14 into a 4:5 is it opens up a lot more product options for your prints. You can see there, same process by saving as to not change the original file, changing the format to a JPEG, changing the name to what we've resized and what ratio we change it to.